All right, computer scientists, we are going to create some code for the servo motor. If your pins drawer is hidden, remember your advanced menu here will open that up. You're also going to notice I have a servos tab. You don't have this. That is found in the extensions menu down here. You don't need it. It does have some servo blocks. If you want to go find that in the extensions and play with them, hey, you're more than welcome to. But I'm going to show you, just using the pins drawer, how to make our servo motor open. Now, you need to have this activated by the user of your device. And so I'm going to just use something we're familiar with. In the input drawer, I'm going to grab an on button A pressed. When I build my device, I'll probably make a little sign that says press button A for, let's say, a dog treat. My dog treat dispenser is going to use button A to start it. And then I'm going to go down to my pins drawer, and I'm going to get, oh, look right here. It is a servo pin, a servo write pin. This will write to the servo motor. And notice it has 180 degrees. What that means is open it all the way, go from closed to open the servo motor. This is a standard servo. It only goes from 0 to 180 degrees, opens half a circle. So I'm going to say, well, if I'm going to dispense a treat, let's say I have a flap that opens as dog treats are stacked on a ramp, and when it opens, it lets one slide down the ramp to a place where somebody can grab the dog treat. So I'm going to open, I don't know if I need the whole 180. Maybe I want to change this to 90 degrees. That is halfway open. So I can move this slider until I get 90. I got 91. That's close enough. And then I can put that in my on button A pressed. So you can see when and notice that my emulator is in black and white. When it accepts the code, it will go all the way to color. And it's spinning, spinning, spinning. There it goes. So here's my servo motor. And when I press button A, it opens. Now, if it stays like that, all my dog treats are going to come pouring out. So what I need to do is also have a code block that tells my servo motor, hey, close it up again. And so I'm going to duplicate, and I'm going to change this to 0, which is the closed position of my servo motor. All right, so there I go. It opens, and then it closes. And so I'm waiting for my emulator to reset. It resets when you change the code. There it is. Now my servo motor's in the closed position to start. I'm going to press button A. Wait, nothing happened. Actually, it did. It just happened so fast you didn't see it, because it instantaneously, as soon as it said, hey, open, the next instruction is shut again. We needed to stay open for a certain amount of time, a certain number of milliseconds. And so I'm going to go to that pause that we use to make our lights blink in the basic drawer, and I'm going to put that between the two blocks. This is going to give a certain amount of time for my servo motor to remain open. So let's see what this does. By the way, it says 100 milliseconds. You can see it barely moved at all. So we're going to need to increase the number of milliseconds. Let's see what 500 milliseconds does. There, that's an open and shut. Now, this is a number you're going to have to play with, depending on what you're dispensing and how many, what size of a portion you want to dispense. That's going to determine how long you leave your servo motor in the open position. If you are building something else besides a dispenser, whatever motion is happening, the pause will time that motion. Now, your project requires light as well. You could have light start when something else happens, or what you could do is program it right into your on button A. If, for instance, I want a light to come on, letting the user know, hey, this thing is going to dispense, then you would again go to your pins. You've got a light on your thing and a digital right pin. LEDs are digital lights. They are either going to be on or off. You can say, hey, remember, if we have the motor on pin 0, we've got to make the light on a different pin, on pin 1, and set it to, on. So when button A is pressed, turn it on. And when it's done with the dispensing, you can duplicate, turn it off. Let's see what this does. Now you notice that pin 1 came on while it dispensed and then it turned off. You could also build in a pause to let the light stay on a little longer before and after the motor dispenses. Could you have your light blink? I think that's possible. How would you build that? And then could you also have your light, well, I'm going to leave it to you. This is how you build the code to make your servo motor in an open position and in a closed position. Good luck.